So in the mathematical logic we are discussing that is the problems regarding by using that is the properties or a laws which we have discussed in a previous video classes. On that basis we are solving the problem. We have already solved the one example. So next we come to the second example. Prove that P conditional Q and negation of Q and so bracket R or negation of Q bracket complete is equal to is equivalence logically equivalent to the negation of Q or P. So Q or P that we have to show that. So let me take that is the first we'll take the LHS and we'll prove the RHS. So what is the LHS? We have that logically. So P conditional Q bracket and so negation of Q and R or negation of Q. So this we have. So first here we know the property. First I will apply that is the commutative law. So that is negation of P conditional Q and square bracket negation of Q and so il commutative law apply. Invariable negation of Q or R. So by commutative law. Commutative law. So next we have already known that P and P or Q is equal to P, which we call it as an absorption law. So let is logically equivalent to the P conditional Q and negation of Q. So that is negation of Q. So next we know that again. So that is the conditional statement, negation of the conditional statement. If we have that is P and negation of Q is nothing but the negation of P conditional Q. Negation of P conditional Q. So let using that property is equivalent to the negation of what we have P. It is P and negation of Q. So P conditional Q Suppose if we have that, so we can write by using the another property that P conditional Q. We have already known that P conditional Q is equal to negation of P or Q. So we can write this logically equivalent to the, so by using that property negation of P conditional Q or Q. So this. So next we have already known that is negation of P conditional Q. Negation of P conditional Q is nothing but P and negation of Q. So applying the same formula is equivalent to the negation of P conditional Q and P and Q. So that is P and negation of Q or Q. So then commutative law we can use by P or Q is equal to Q or P. So commutative law by using that law logically equivalent to the negation bracket completes Q or P and Q. So next by again we can distribute that final state we have to do, that is distributive law. distributive law. So that is logically equivalent to the negation of Q or P and Q or negation of Q. So by distributive law, P is distributed, P or Q and R. So we can return this like this, P or Q and P and P or R like this by distributive law. So next we know that Q or negation of Q is true. So by the previous law which we have studied, that is negation of Q or P and true. So next we know that P and true is P. P and true is P. By that negation of Q or P. So this completes the problem what we have to prove. So if you remember these laws, what I am return that they are important to solve and to simplify it. So if you don't know the laws of this, so we cannot possible to solve it, simplify. These are the very important laws which we have to remember, which we have studied in the previous video classes. So ಇಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ about the argument. So valued argument, when we say that, so that is a given compound statement is an argument. If suppose we have a set of the statement, for example if we consider the set of the statement P1, P2, so P3, so on Pn. So we have a n statement and we have the another statement that is a Q. All the set of the statements so forms a compound statement with the Q like this, that is called as a conditional statement, and this compound statement is called as a value argument. So which we call it as an argument. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ argument ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Then what we say for the set of these components, for that set of the components we call them as an, so that is the premises. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ premises, which we call for this as a premises. Then for Q we call it as a conclusion. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ conclusion. So when we say that is an argument, so if we have a set of components, set of statements, and so that is a compound forms a compound statement by a conditional symbol. So this compound statement is called as an, so that is called as an argument. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ argument ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. argument ನಾಗ ಈ set P1, P2, Pn ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ premises ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And then what we call for Q is called as a conclusion of these set of the statements. So for that we write like this, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ P1, P2 ಇವೆಲ್ಲ compound statement set of statements. For this statement we have a conclusion, that is Q. This is Q is called as a. So when we say this is an argument is valued argument, ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ valued argument ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if these components are true, ಇವು true ಇತ್ತು, then Q is also true. So then we say that the compound statement is true. Then we say that so the given, so that is an argument is a valued argument. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಂತೀವಿ valued argument. If these all are true, then automatically this is true. Then it is true. So therefore we call it as a valued argument. ಈ argument ಗೆ ಏನಂತೇವೆ valued argument ಅಂತ. So let we take that is about the arguments. Argument. Consider a set of statement P1, P2, so on Pn. They are the statement, and a statement Q, and a statement Q, then the compound statement, then the compound statement of the form P1, P2, P3, so on Pn, conditional Q is called ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೇವೆ argument. So where for the set of all the statements, for these we call them as a premises, and Q is called as a conclusion. So where P1, P2, P3, so on Pn are premises of argument. So premises, on this we can consider K. On this the Q is dependent. That is a conclusion. It will give that about this statement. And Q is called conclusion of the argument. It can also be written like this. We can write like this. We can write, it can be written as and variable P1, P2, P3, so on Pn, then its conclusion, because conclusion therefore we write this Q. So we can write this. Next we come to that is the valued argument. When we say that is a valued argument, if the argument that is P and Q, conditional Q, so is said to be a valued argument if all these compound statements P and Q, P1 and P2, so on are true, then Q is true, then we say it is a valued argument. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಏನ್ರಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಯೂನು ಟ್ರೂ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, then Q is true, so then we say it's a valued argument. If these are false, if any one of these false, so we cannot say it is a valued argument. So let's please take about that. So next we see that is the valued argument valued argument. So let me see the valued argument. Valued argument. The argument. So that is P1 and P2 and P3 so on and Pn conditional Q is said to be a valid argument whenever each of the premises that is P1 P2 P3 so on Pn is true and then Q is true. So what in the argument, if we have the argument is said to be a valued argument. ಈ argument na valued argument ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ whenever each of these components or a premises is true, then Q is true. So that is called as a valued argument. So after this we have to study that is the some rules of inference which are very important for this, the rules of inference. For example, rule for the conjunction. So when we have already known that is when it is true, when it is false. So conjunction is true only when both P and Q are true. So both P and Q is true if and only if so that P is true. If P ಮತ್ತು P and Q true ಐತಿ ಅನ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ P and Q true, it is true. If it is true, so then what we have P ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ automatically true ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And true ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ P and Q true ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ P true ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. So next disjunction ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ P or Q true ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ so either P is true or we can have Q is true or P is false, Q is true. ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು false ಆಗಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. The possibility will get like this. So these are the compound statement we have to discuss about the and or. And next conditional statement and biconditional statement also we are going to study that is. So first we complete about these rules of inferences. Rule of inference. Rule of inference. So the first rule on the conjunction. Rule of conjunction. Conjunctive we call or simplification. For any two compound state for any two statements P and Q if P and Q is true is true. ಇದು true ಇತ್ತು is true. True. Then P is true. So this, that is which we can write P and Q, conclusion that is P. So we can write like this also. Next we move to that is a rule of disjunctive. Rule of second, rule of disjunctive. So that is amplification. Amplification. For any two proposition, for any two propositions, or we can say that for any two statements, propositions ಒಂದು ಅಂದರೆ statement ಅಂದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ statement. For any two statement P and Q, if P is true, then P or Q is true. P or Q is true. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೂ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ or any condition it is true. So we can write. So it depends upon P. P conditional P or Q. We can write like this. P conditional P or Q. Next week. So rules of detachment. Rules of detachment. Rule of detachment. Next rule. That is the third rule. Rule of detachment. Rule of detachment. So for what we have, for any true statement, P and Q, if P is true, and P conditional Q is true, then P true ಇದ್ದು P conditional Q ಏನೈತ್ರಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಐತ್ರಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಟ್ರೂ ಐತ್ರಿ? then Q should be true. Q is true. ನೋಡಿ, ಸಪೋಸ್ P ಟ್ರೂ ಐತಿ, P and Q ನು ಟ್ರೂ ಐತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Q ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. that is Q must be true. ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ Q ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ P ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ Q ಏನೈತಿ? ಎರಡು ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೂ. ಸೊ P ಟ್ರೂ ಇತ್ತು, Q ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಉಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಸಸ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರೂ ಐತಿ. ಅದರ ಸಮ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ P ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ, P ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೂ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ and P conditional Q true ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ and ಐತಿ, then the Q is true. So the statement is like this: P is true and is there. Conditional P conditional Q nu ಏನೈತಿ? True. Then it is conclusion is Q. Its conclusion is Q. Or we can also write this like this: P conditional Q, because because that is like this also we can. So next we move to that is the rule of disjunction. Rule of disjunction. Rule of disjunction. So conjunctions is over. Next we come to the rule of disjunction. Rule of disjunction. Fourth rule. Rule of disjunction. Or we call it as a syllogism. Syllogism. So for any two statement P and Q, if P or Q is true and P is false, then Q is true. So for distinction, if we have P or Q is true ittu andre yavagri is true and P is false, then what should be there? Q must be true. So ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇದು P or Q false and negation of P. So P false and negation. Conditional Q. That is conditional Q. So that is about the rule of disjunction. Still two rules which we have to study, which we are going to study in the next video classes. So before here you have whatever the rules we have discussed or laws we have discussed, so you should be thorough about that, then it is possible to solve the problems, otherwise it is very difficult. So and the most important, that construction of the truth table is very important. Why? Because we will get the example for 5 marks, I think so we'll get 1 or 2 questions on the tautology and contradiction. Tautology ಮೇಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬರೋದೈತ್ರಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಸಿಂಬಾಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೇವಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೋದ್ರಿ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲರ. ಸೊ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ನಾಗರ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಕಂದ್ರೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಬರತೈತ್ರಿ. ಸೊ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗರ ಇಲ್ಕಂದ್ರೆ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕಿಗರ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ನಾಗ ಎ ಬಿ ಇದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇರತೈತ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ನಾಗ ಟೊಟಾಲಜಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ನಾಗ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ so that is about we have discussed certain rules and next we move to that is solving the examples. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಫೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ. ಸೊ that we have to study quantifiers nagri. So universal quantifiers and existential quantifier. Quantifiers they are the phases for every, for all, for their exist. So these are called as quantifiers. We'll discuss about the quantifiers. So next, so validity of this statement. So and next we in the previous classes we have studied about the converse, inverse, contrapositive of the given conditional statement. So they are also very important for this 2 mark question. So they may arise 2 mark question. So express the given statement, compound statement into the converse, inverse. So they may ask for 2 marks. So ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದ್ರಿ, ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಪೋಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಪೋಸಿಟಿವ್ ಈ ಥರ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ರೀ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ mathematical logic which we have discussed up to here. So tomorrow we'll continue. So about still two more law rules are there, so about that we will discuss.